What's up, Cooksy Mob? Hey, how'd you? I don't know about you guys, but I've been jonesing for something this off weekend. Yes, I know there was MXGP, and I caught a little bit of that. How about Liam Everett's getting the win? But yeah, I don't know, guys. We got Super Motocross this week in Charlotte, followed by Des Nations after the 3 rounds of Super Motocross. So we got plenty of things on the horizon, but I want to talk about the Des Nations. So it's been reported that Haiden Deegan won't be on the team, but not because of the reasons like of not being selected. But I'm going to get into all that and why this race needs to be revamped. And honestly, I kind of want Dylan Ferrandis on our team. France doesn't want him, and he made this silly post. So yeah, I'm all in on that guy. And then there's a track outside of Houston, Three Palms. Yes, I know the owner has some legal issues. I'm not worried about the legal issues. That's his issues. That's his deal. But what I'm worried about is I want to find a buyer who's going to keep this a motocross facility. I talked to the agent because you guys know I'm with Berkshire Hathaway now. If you need to buy, sell, or rent a house in Las Vegas, hit me up. If you're going to buy or sell a house anywhere in the country, hit me up and I'll get you a referral to an agent in that area that can take care of you. So either way, no matter what, if you're buying a house or selling a house, please hit me up and I will get you dialed in. And while I'm new to this, I'm on a team with some very seasoned agents that they know what they're doing. So don't worry, you're not in some rookie's hands. But anyway, I want to find a motocross owner for Three Palms. They have some offers, but they really want to keep it owners like motocross there. And the people who are buying it or put in offers, they have no intentions of keeping it a motocross facility. So anybody that wants a dream facility, check out the Three Palms. And yeah. And then guys, if you want to get in shape, hit up Coach Rob Beams at Complete Racing Solutions. Coach has programs, webinars. He dials in every aspect of your program, from mental, physical, you name it. If you want to do something in your garage or your house, epic garage designs, everything. I designed a garage that they didn't want to get too crazy. They didn't want to go with metal cabinets. So I designed this garage where we did like a bin system on one side and some melamine on the other. It turned out really good. But yeah, I worked there and I designed some of these garages. If you want to design, hit me up. And if you want to hit me up, just hit me up at chriscookseymedia@gmail.com for real estate, garages, or whatever else. Ride Strapped. You guys know Strapped, the goggle company, my favorite shirt company, and that's who I'll be with at the Super Duper this weekend. So come say hi to me or Chris. We're going to be camping out at Charlotte and just covering Super Duper and spreading the word about Strapped. And if you need to ship something, hit up Precision Transport. You guys know Precision Transport, a trucking company that won't give you the runaround. So hit them up and they will dial you in, guys. So let's get into this.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
So the Des Nations, it's not like most events. So in soccer, you have the World Cup every 4 years. In golf, you have the Ryder Cup every 2 years. You have all these Olympics every 4 years. When you want to get nations together to find their best, it's not a yearly event. The yearly event we have is called MXGP. It's the World Championship. That's actually what the yearly thing is. But if you want to get together and play for your country or ride for your country, we have got to update this to the times. You can't ask these riders to do 17 rounds of Supercross, 11 rounds of motocross, 3 rounds of Super Duper, and then they're looking at less than a 3-month off season to do whatever they need to do, get surgeries, get a new team, test. I mean, essentially you're getting 1 month off because you're at least 6 weeks out before you get ready for Anaheim. So it really does cut into, where these guys are. And it's unrealistic to ask them on their own dime to fly to France, for the American riders to fly to France and compete. And now the reason Haiden Deegan might not be on this team is not because he doesn't want to go. Haiden Deegan clearly he's made it known he's representing America and he is proud to do so. But his team owner, Bobby Reagan has 6 250 riders in America next year. He has 3 450 riders in America next year. He is committed, but he also wants to win. And if he can't get a team around Haiden Deegan that he believes can go to France and win this thing, he's not going to be a participant. And that's essentially what he has told them is, hey, you're not taking my guy if you're going to send him over there with Plessinger and a banged up RJ on a 450, because that's not a team that's going to win. And we don't go to participate, we go to win. And I get it. I totally understand it, and I see the issue. They put in so much effort. Last year we had a dream team. We had Sexton, Tomac coming off those amazing seasons, and then Justin Cooper stepped up and rode his ass off, and we took home the win. But if you have this event every 2 years or every 4 years, it builds anticipation. Talk to the manufacturers. Let's figure out a way to write this into contracts. So we'll know every even year or whatever that year's a designations year. And watch the anticipation for this event grow if it's every 2 years. That's a big deal. That's amazing. Like, that's something that could really help the designations. Right now, it's a glorified GP where a couple Americans come over and they just score it a little bit differently. It is not the storied event it once was. And that one every year cycle, it worked for a little while. It doesn't anymore. There's too much going on. There's too much expense and too many things asked of these riders to go over there for free and potentially get injured or sacrifice their off season for a race that has zero effect on their real career. Yes, it's awesome. Yes, it's noble and all those things that, that it is. And I think if you had it every 2 years, you'd have guys that were more willing to go. To ask a guy to do it every single year, that's just not fair. To ask these teams to pay for it out of their own pocket, it's just not fair. And yes, I know they're getting some, money back from, the money they raise, but it's not enough. These team owners and stuff, it's unrealistic to ask them to do it every single year. And speaking of teams, I saw that France didn't choose Dylan Ferrandis, and I did think it was hilarious that he said, maybe I'll get my American passport. Hey, Dylan, yes, come ride. I'll bet you Bobby Regan would send Haiden Deegan, Dylan Ferrandis, and Aaron Plessinger. That's a team that could possibly win. Nothing against RJ, but that's just, he's not a 450 guy. He's coming off a massive head injury, so there's a big question mark. But yeah, but if he had two of his own guys on there, one of which he believes in, that's going, I get it. I know Dylan's leaving, but what a last hurrah that would be if they could get him over there for America. It's not happening. It's a dream, but that's something that I would like to see. So anyway, guys, that's what I think about the designations, and I don't want to see us send over a bunch of guys that are just raising their hand. But I also have always, and I don't want to go away from the words that I've said in the past. I don't care who we send, as long as they want to be there and they will ride their ass off. And then if they get sixth and that's the best that they're at, that's fine. They get sixth. With that said, I also understand why Bobby Regan doesn't want to go if they're going to get sixth. He doesn't want to put his expenses into it. I might not. If it was me, I don't know if I'd make that same decision, but I see where he's coming from. So I'm not mad at that decision. I would love to see Haiden on this team. I think he's a no-brainer on the 250, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. So anyway, guys, remember, subscribe. If you want to buy 3 Palms, or if you're just buying or selling any home, remember, hit me up, subscribe, and I will catch you later.